Twice in 50 years, democracies under pressure have reached past their political class and elevated a professional communicator to executive power. Both times, it worked. So the question is not whether it can happen again. The question is what the fully realized version of that choice looks like. Ronald Reagan spent decades in front of cameras before he governed. Volodymyr Zelensky played a president on television before he became one, and then held a nation together with a phone camera and a sentence. I need ammunition, not a ride. In both cases, the skill that mattered was not policy authorship. It was narrative clarity, the ability to tell a country what is happening to it in language it trusts faster than fear can. Now consider where that skill is actually trained. Sports radio. 4 hours of live, unscripted broadcasting every day for years. A host like Philadelphia's Joe DeCamara takes hostile calls, manages grief after a playoff collapse, synthesizes salary data and injury reports in real time, and holds an audience of people who disagree with him and with each other. That is crisis communication, data synthesis, and psychological navigation, performed daily, under scrutiny, without a net. No cabinet secretary trains at that volume. The model here is the one the West Wing dramatized. Intelligence informs power. The leader listens, weighs, and then explains. The alternative, which we have grown used to, is power that decides first and manufactures justification afterward. The communicator leader is not a lowering of the office. It is a return to its classical shape. But a communicator needs a governing philosophy. DeCamara's is sitting in plain sight, and it is the National Hockey League. Look at how the league is actually built. Free agency and franchise ownership. That is capitalism. Players sell their labor on an open market. Owners compete, profit, and lose. Revenue sharing. That is socialism. Rich teams in Toronto and New York transfer money to Arizona and Winnipeg because the league decided that competitive markets matter more than maximal profit. The hard salary cap and the salary floor. That is central planning. No team may spend past the ceiling, however rich its owner. Every team must spend to the floor. Call it what it is, a command economy at the heart of the sport. And the players' union, negotiating a collective bargaining agreement that binds all of it. That is organized labor with real power. So a beloved American institution already runs capitalism, socialism, central planning, and organized labor simultaneously inside one rule book. And nobody calls it ideological. They call it Tuesday night. This is the argument's real weight. The words that end American policy debates before they begin, socialism, central planning, are already operating inside a system millions of people love and understand. Map the scary word onto the rink, and the fear drains out of it. What remains is the only question that ever mattered. Does the mechanism work? That reframe is not a rhetorical trick. It is governance described accurately. Nations, like leagues, are not ideological monuments. They are systems under constant negotiation. So return to the opening question. It was never whether a radio host can govern. It was whether governing is, at its core, systems management plus narrative clarity. If it is, then ask who spends every weekday explaining a mixed economy to a divided audience, live, and keeping the room. The answer has been on the air in Philadelphia all along.